10 leaked names for the WWE Hall of Fame Class of 2019. Number 10. Vader. 2018 saw the passing of several WWE legends, and one of the saddest was the loss of Big Van Vader, who's one of the greatest big men in history of the business, and someone who deserves a lot more recognition than he gets. What's so sad about Vader's passing is that one of his dying wishes was to be put in the WWE Hall of Fame, with Vader battling hard to make sure he was alive to do it, something that he was sadly unable to do. However, with Vader still fresh in the WWE Universe's minds, now would make a perfect time to induct him to the WWE Hall of Fame, allowing his memory to live on and his career to be recognized as it deserves to be. Number 9. JBL. While he was quite a controversial figure in professional wrestling, given his rumored behavior to many of the wrestlers behind the scenes, JBL is still a very recognizable name in wrestling who had a fantastic career both in the ring and on commentary. JBL will mainly be remembered for his JBL character that saw him become one of SmackDown's longest reigning world champions in history as the show's top heel, but he also had a brilliant career as Bradshaw before that. His tag team run with Ron Simmons as the APA ranked some of the best of all time, and JBL was also a brilliant commentator, playing up his heel character as a trusted friend of Vince McMahon. The wrestling god is guaranteed to enter the Hall of Fame soon, and this could very well be his year. Number 8. Jim Neidhart. As we already mentioned, 2018 saw the loss of several wrestling legends, and Jim the Anvil Neidhart was sadly one of those names. And much like Vader, he was somebody who was trying to remain healthy in order to be present for the potential Hall of Fame induction. While WWE might not want to induct two wrestlers who have passed away, this year could be an exception, and considering how much TV time Neidhart's death was given in storyline with Natalya, he is a very realistic option for induction. There's no doubt that his career is more than deserving of a Hall of Fame ring, and having Natalya accept the honor would be a very emotional moment for everyone, with Natty being able to really treasure the memory, something she certainly deserves. Number 7. William Regal. When it comes to WWE, bringing back past legends for induction, sometimes it can be quite hard work in arranging everything, and therefore inducting someone who's under contract is a very simple thing to do. When that person is very deserving of that induction, it becomes a win-win situation, and NXT General Manager William Regal ticks that box as someone who had a Hall of Fame career worthy and would be very simple to sort. While he might not have quite reached the potential that he should have done due to substance issues and injuries, Regal still had a very solid career, and with him still giving so much to the industry now, he is someone WWE will certainly be inducting in the future. Number 6. Floyd Mayweather Jr. Every year, WWE inducts somebody into its celebrity wing, and if the company really wants to throw everything at the show this year to compete against the growing independent scene, then Floyd Money Mayweather will certainly help them to do that. Mayweather is still one of the biggest names in the sporting world, and if the company was able to strike the right kind of deal to induct him to the WWE Hall of Fame, then it would gain a lot of attention from the mass media. While he was only around for a few months, his WrestleMania 24 match with The Big Show is one of the very best celebrity matches in history, and he gave WWE his all, doing a lot more than some other names in the Hall of Fame wing. Number 5. The Big Show. The world's largest athlete is someone who's more than Hall of Fame worthy after all he has done for the industry. While he might have turned from face to heel and back again more times than people care to remember, there's no doubt that Big Show had an amazing run. Show is one of those names, similar to when Mick Foley was inducted, that's a major name to add to any Hall of Fame card, but might not quite be headline worthy, but would still add some real strength to the induction show to help sell tickets. WWE always likes to induct one fairly fresh face, and Big Show could be just that. After years of sitting and crying at everyone else talking, 2019 could finally be the time for him to take the stage, front and center, and deliver his own Hall of Fame speech. Number 4. Tommy Dreamer. WWE has been very cautious when it comes to inducting legends from ECW, but putting the Dudley Boys in last year will hopefully open the floodgates for deserving names to get their moment in the spotlight. Few deserve it more than the heart and soul of ECW, Tommy Dreamer, who's one of the most well-respected wrestlers in the industry right now, and given that he's also worked for WWE for many years, there's a good chance that he could go in this time around. On top of that, Dreamer has thrown his name into the AEW conversation, and if WWE is smart, they would offer him the induction and a possible producer's role in order to keep a man of his talent away from the competition, adding strategy to the induction. Number 3. The Bella Twins. It might be a very controversial induction, but if WWE really wants to bring a lot of attention to the WWE Hall of Fame this year, then inducting Nikki and Brie Bella is exactly the way they will go, with the twins currently being rumored for induction. While they might not be everyone's taste, and it cannot be argued that there are better wrestlers that aren't inducted, it also cannot be ignored just how much they have done for women's wrestling in terms of reaching a wider audience. The hit show Total Divas was built around them, and they have been two of the most focused female wrestlers in the past 10 years, with Nikki being the longest reigning Divas champion in history. Like it or not, they're Hall of Fame worthy, and WWE could choose to do that while they are still running several reality shows to gain even more attention. Number 2. Christian. Few retired wrestlers talk about being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame more than Christian does, and while it has become a running gag on his podcast and WWE Network show with Edge, he's certainly a name who deserves to be inducted. He might not have had the singles career that his tag team partner did, but that doesn't mean he wasn't considered to be a top star throughout his career, having brilliant runs as ECW and World Heavyweight Champion. Not to mention his infamous tag team run alongside Edge, creating one of the best teams in wrestling history. As one of the most talented wrestlers in modern history, Captain Charisma is a name that finally deserves to be inducted, and the fact WWE is openly joking about it on the WWE Network is a clear hint that it's coming. Number 1. The Undertaker. There are few people who deserve a Hall of Fame induction more than the legendary phenom, The Undertaker. And it's being heavily rumored that 2019 could see that moment take place, with the dead man obviously being the headline name. WWE accidentally sent out an email that claimed Undertaker was already a Hall of Famer, which led many to believe he's going to be inducted, and it has been speculated by Dave Meltzer that there's no plans for him to wrestle at WrestleMania this year. Therefore, putting him to the Hall of Fame would allow WWE to advertise him and would certainly draw a huge crowd, as everyone would like to see an out-of-character speech from Mark Calloway about his career. Whether this means he will be retiring from wrestling is unknown, but it seems likely that Undertaker will be gaining a Hall of Fame ring this year.